Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are back at a distribution centre like old times. I'm actually back working for Burgess Electrical. Got some interesting work to do today as well. We're out in the rain, it's a lovely day for it. We're fault finding some lampposts. So there's a lamppost circuit that stopped working. We think it's the photocell, so we're going to be taking a look at that. But there's also no provision to sort of override the photocell, so we're going to install a little key switch. Hopefully get these lampposts on and working. Got a massive boom lift behind me, so we'll be up in that. But yeah, should be a good video. Let's get some tools out and let's get into this video. So I've actually got with me today Jude. So he's going to be the cameraman. I'm going to pass it over to him. But for now, we're going to get some gear in. We probably just need, mate, my backpack, which should do in, and then you see that little pouch next to it, that little black one. That's it. We'll bring that in, and we'll just see what's going on with this contactor set up first. We've actually got the photocell up there. That light's right next to it, so I'm not sure if that's affecting it, but yeah, that's the offending article. So we're going to see if we can swap that out and sort it, and then hopefully we can get these two lampposts to start working. But yeah, we'll have to see how we get on. So this is where we are at. Look at that, nice little table for me. And a load of boards, so we're not going to be in that one, I'll be very surprised. Just check this one. Okay. Exit lights, floodlights. Photocell, lamppost 1, lamppost 2, with lamppost 1 being off. There should be a contactor somewhere. External lighting, cool. So, this is where we want to be. That is off for some reason. So, I'm probably going to take some covers off, try and see if there's a reason why that's off. I don't want to just flick it on because I've never been here before. Someone from site will be here soon, so I might ask them as well if it should be off. More importantly, we're going to be looking at how these contactors are configured and how it works with the photocell. And hopefully, if we bypass the photocell wiring in here, see if the lights come on, we know the lights are sweet, and then we can just look at changing the photocell. But we also just want to mount a little key switch on the side here that's going to bypass these, not these contactors, it's going to bypass the photocell, because if you ever want to test the lights in broad daylight or make sure that the photocell's not broken in the future, it's a nightmare. You've got to get a lifter in and all sorts. So I'm going to start with taking some covers off, just having a look. I don't want to do too much until my contact from site turns up and lets me know what I can and can't do, and gives me a little bit more information on what's going on. But yeah, we'll get these covers off. I've got the weirdest selection of screwdrivers. You can tell I haven't been on the tools. We've got Nipex, Klein, American style, and Boddingtons. Got a weird mix of Eaton and Schneider, which is a little bit strange. Okay. So, external lights. So we've got the same A1s. So that means that the photocell should probably be controlling all of these. What we got, 1L2, 8L2, 8L1. Up here, we've got 1L2, which is floodlights, 1L3. So 102 and 103, so those are both floodlights then. I don't know if it is the photocell straight away, because they haven't reported any problems with the external lights, just the lampposts themselves. And yeah, if the external lights are coming on, that means the photocell's working, because it's all shared, it's communal. So that says to me that yeah, it's a separate fault. We've also got lamppost 1 and lamppost 2. So with lamppost circuit 1, 8L1, is off. So maybe that's tripped for some reason, and that's why it's not working, I would say. I'm gonna have to investigate further, I think. I'm gonna have to do a bit of talking to site and see if they know that's off, if it's off for a reason. If not, then that certainly means it's tripped. And then I'm just gonna test the circuit, basically. Just do some insulation resistance, stuff like that. See if anything weird comes up, because then that's gonna point me towards, you know, water ingress or a dodgy cable or something. And then, yeah, we'll try and track that fault down. But for me, considering I got told and got given a photo cell to replace today, personally, I don't think that's the case, but we'll have to see. Right, leave the tools here and go ask some questions. I'm straight back into the mix. It's all come back to me now, to be fair. Stoey, I believe someone drove into a lamppost here and it got moved in it and changed and jointed. So what I know so far is the photocell's sweet, basically, because the photocell controls these lampposts, but also the external floods and the lampposts out the front of the building. And it's all linked out in the contactors. So if they're coming on, the photocell's sweet, mate. Yeah, they're all coming on. There's a lamppost circuit 1 and 2. Lamppost circuit 1 is off, and matey boy said it's been tripping and he keeps coming in and resetting it. I reckon there's a fault on there. I'll start testing it and breaking it down. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get the test kit out, mate, and I'll let you know. All right. Right, while we've got a minute, I actually want to talk about today's video sponsor quickly, Tradeify. So Tradeify is a job management software that gets you super organised. You can plan jobs, quote jobs, invoice jobs. If you've got a lot of blokes on the firm, like the company I'm working for today, you can have all the vans and all the jobs on like a map, set out routes for everyone, get job updates, track how much time people spend on jobs, and just loads of cool stuff like that. They have sponsored today's video, and I have a discount code for you as well. So if you want 50% off your first 3 months, use code residual. They also do a free trial system, so grab a free trial, see if you like it, see if you can get used to it, and if you do, then yeah, make sure you grab 50% off your first 3 months with code residual. Thanks to Tradeify again for sponsoring this video. Is this the test kit? No drills. Speaking of being organised, I'm pretty unorganised. Yeah, I think there's a fault with the lights, to be honest with you. It turns out one of them got hit by a lorry and got moved. They've replaced one of the lampposts as well, so a bit's gone on and the breaker's tripping. So that says to me something's happened there. I'm going to start by dismantling the circuit inside, so we'll jump in, we'll isolate it all, and then we'll start testing from there, and then we'll work our way out post to post, literally, and see if we can identify the points where the faults are. Hopefully it's something that can be rectified today as well. Hopefully it's just a bit of water in something, or you know, maybe a loose connection or something, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So first of all, we want to get locked off. Doesn't really matter while we're in here, like no one's gonna fight me and turn that on, but when we get out in the field and we're testing, doing all our dead tests, we obviously don't want someone flicking that on for whatever reason. So yeah, that's why that's important. We're obviously working in a live enclosure here. That's just real world. I can't turn off the emergency light into the whole distribution centre. It's in our rams, we're working safely, and yeah, it's just real world sparking, if I'm honest. So that's live there. Cool. Let's flick off lamppost 2. Cool, they're dead, so we definitely know that's that. Which means these are our lampposts here. Let's mark this up. 1 and 2. 1 and 1. So that's one of our lamppost circuit 1 circuits. And that is our other one. So I'm hoping obviously one of these is going to be completely clear, but we'll have to see when we get the tester out. So this is the first time I've shown this on the channel actually. This is the KT66DL beast of a tester. I'm gonna do like, I don't know, maybe a video review on it, but if not, there'll certainly be a video review coming out on loadout. It's a proper nice bit of kit, to be fair. I've always sort of rated Q-Tech stuff. Start with a basic continuity test. We'll go between live and earth. Brilliant. Live and neutral. Okay. Let's go neutral and earth. Okay. Okay, let's go insulation resistance. Just do it at 250. Between live and earth. We've got, it's rising. Greater than 209. It should get, yeah, near enough dead short there between live and neutral. And then again we've got something between neutral and earth, but it's rising. I just want to take another look at that again, really. Yeah, it starts at like 30 megaohms. So this one's completely clear. This one's, we've got about 33 megaohms and rising. So plan of action, I think, is to get number 2 put back, get our override installed, so that I haven't got to go up to the photocell at all then, to be honest with you. I might pop up and have a little look, but certainly won't need to change anything. So we'll get the override fitted, and then I'll be able to see if these are okay, and then we'll try and pin down the exact fault with these. But there's obviously 2 circuits here, so what I want to do is get one livened up so I know what lights are okay, and then that will leave some remaining lights off, which we can then investigate. So yeah, we'll do that. Do you know what a tech screw is, Jude? Self-tapper or tech screw. So the end of it, see, it's got like a drill bit on the end. The reason why that's a bad idea in trunking is because there's cables in there. Basically what you've got there is the contactors are linked out because they all want to be controlled together in tandem, but you've basically got a live coming from a photocell. Obviously if it's dark, that'll be livened up, but now once I wire that into the breaker, if you click that, it can also be livened up from the same source, just bypassing the photocell. So yeah, we just want to bosh this thing up here. Right, so I'm actually a little bit embarrassed, but I've had a year off, so go easy on me. I haven't got a key switch, and nor has sight, which is interesting. But you can use pretty much anything to activate a key switch, to be fair. So I'm just gonna put this in here and jimmy one way, he says. There you go. Took me a while. So these should be letting through. Now what I want to check quickly is, because although we've got 2 sub-circuits, I do want to check that they're not interlinked at all and there's no back feed, particularly on the neutral, now that I've just livened that up. And there isn't, so they are truly independent. And then just to prove that, we should have voltage on the A1, which we have, so these contactors are letting through, and these should be live, which they are. So yeah, happy with that. Now we can get out in the field, have a quick walk around, see what lampposts aren't on, because obviously we've got this disconnected, and then we know that those are the ones that we need to look at. Like I said before, one of the lampposts got hit by a lorry, it's been changed, torpedoed and stuff. So obviously if it's that set of lampposts, I'm probably going to be looking into that side of things more than just general faults. But if it isn't those lampposts, if it's something else, then we'll have to think a little bit more outside the box. But yeah, let me stop waffling, let's go take a look. Right, so all of these are on, floor lights are on, got lampposts over here which are on. It is the ones that have had some work done. So I believe the ones external to the gate, one of them got knocked by a lorry and got moved or replaced and jointed. So yeah, it could be something to do with that. It could just be an issue with the existing circuitry. I think what we'll do now is I'm going to go in. Now I've got control of the installation, I'm going to test it again, make sure I'm sure of my readings, and then plan a plan of attack for breaking this circuit down and finding out what's wrong with it. Starts at 30 odd mega ohms, goes higher and higher. So I mean, nothing to worry about really. This should be, yeah, as expected. And then between these two, lock that on, and that's rising to greater than 209. It's not enough for it to go bang straight away, obviously, but that says to me it's certainly damp. And although it's a wet day today, there hasn't been particularly a lot of rain, heavy rainfall. I think we're going to have to go into a period of monitoring, so I'll set up with the on-site contractor where we monitor, you know, whether it trips due to heavy rain or you know, if we keep a diary of when it trips, we'll know a little bit more. And then I'll just do a visual inspection of all the lampposts, visual inspection of the joints and stuff, see if there's anything there. But there's not enough on that insulation resistance value really for me to justify splitting the whole circuit apart and do you know what I mean? Trying to pinpoint between point A and point B where that value is coming from, just because it's so high. It starts at about 30 mega ohms and then it clears, you know, over about 4 seconds under voltage. So under live conditions, you know, it's not going to be too different from that. But yeah, we'll connect this back up and then we'll see what happens. Oh, cool. Any Milwaukee turn up? Oh, well, maybe tomorrow then. I've got everything isolated and it's actually 11:30, so we've got loads of time, to be fair. We're here for the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go post to post and flush a fault out that way. I could split it in half, and if I was pushed for time, that's certainly what I would do. I'd split it in half and then know what way to go. But we may as well go through every single post, have a good old look at them and just work our way back. Now, there was definitely, I think this is maybe site lighting or an old circuit and it's been rewired. I don't know why, but yeah, it's weird, but we don't care about that. So what we want to do is get this apart. There we go. Gosh, should be a screw in there then. It's not great, is it? Let's turn that off. Now, what I need you to do, Jude, is tell me what one of those cables moves. Left or right one? Left one. Okay. And is the right one moving now? Yeah. Your left or my left? Cool, so that's the left one moving there. So that's the incoming feed, okay? Or so you would think anyway. Left one's clear, which means this one should present a reading. 0.06 between that live and that. Oh look, they've even put arrows on the cables. Okay, but let's get this apart even more. Let's get the earths out of the way. 0.07 on insulation resistance, which is funny because back at the board end we weren't getting that at all. But what's even weirder is, I mean, that should be tripping. Should be tripping if you ask me. Let's move down to the next one. So that's clear. And that's got the fault on it. Okay, so the one on the left, it's still got the reading. That's the one on the right, because I can see it moving ever so slightly. And that comes from here, so yeah, the fault goes that way. And there's only one cable going there, but there's another cable here, which then is this joint, isn't it? And then that comes round, it goes here, then it loops and it goes back that way also. And I wonder if this goes back out here because it actually then runs through the dirt here. The plot thickens, as they say. It says no touch on it, but you do have to touch it. Fault's still on the left one, the right one. The fault is clear. You know, from The Office when he's like, "Oh God, no!" That's literally just what went through my head as that all come apart. I can see why the Wagos were fitted now. That makes sense. Right, so right hand side should be coming to us. So that's the wrong one though, it's that one, Mike. Should be clear. And it's not. This one is clear. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now, can you go and touch the left hand side together on the other one? And we'll see what one that is. So it's going this way, which is good news because it means the work that Burgess done, the boys done, is sweet. There's nothing wrong with that. Now we know it's going to be between one of these two lampposts as well. So yeah, what's the bet? It's the last one. This one's wet, wetter than usual anyway. That screw's completely rusted. So it's clear on the left. And we've got, oh, we're getting higher now. We're getting higher. 0.45. Oh, I bet it's this last one. You've been along for the ride though, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've been focused on the work a lot more than the filming today, which is a good thing for me, but not necessarily the best thing for the video. But let go, mate. Take them apart. Cool. Yeah, nice one. Yes, I don't know if it's the best thing for the video. Having a cameraman, it changes the whole dynamic. I'm so much more invested in the electrical work that's at hand, which is good. And hopefully Jude's getting the angles and producing a better video because he's focused on the visuals. So yeah, hopefully it's turning out all right. And like I said, this is going to be a regular thing. It's currently the second week of September. And we're going to be filming every week well, just going forward. I'll probably start releasing these videos nearer the end of September, if not October, so I've got a few banked and that. But yeah, it should be good. Should be an ongoing thing. Loads of jobs like the stuff I used to do with Burgess, loads of new stuff coming up. So yeah, it should be good. We've tracked this down, mate. It is the last one, would you believe? Yeah, so let's go and see. It's either going to be lamppost itself or it'll be this cable. But yeah, we are getting there. Again, there's nothing that screams continuity to me here. It's not really wet at all. The inside of the post is a little bit damp, but the inside of this head isn't. Just grommets on this one, which isn't ideal, but yeah, I didn't install it or inspect it, sign it off, so not much I can do with that. But now for the moment of truth. 209 clear. 209 clear. May well be the top of this lamppost. The plot thickens. Let's go back to this other one, see if the reading's still there now. Which is now clear. So I'm back at the second to last one. I'm just putting them back together one by one, trying to reintroduce this fault now, because by having them all apart, sort of cleared them all. Nothing's appeared yet. So, I mean, I don't know what I've done, but the fault's cleared. We had 0.03 mega ohms, so really low. As soon as I disconnected the last light, it was clear, but it was clear both sides of the last light. So I don't know. Obviously, I'm looking for like damaged cable and anything that I may have disturbed whilst taking everything apart. But at the minute, I don't know. I really don't know. Some of these, you know, they're not amazingly made off, but they're not pouring. You know, you're not taking the cover off and a load of water's pouring out. So I don't really know. But yeah, we'll carry on. I'll get it buttoned up and I'll test it with you, and we'll be able to see that it's well, hopefully it's all clear, but one of those weird ones, really. One of those weird ones. Right. Yeah, we'll work our way further and further back. I'll give you a ring. Nice and comfy on the floor, set up here. So currently Jude's just going lamppost to lamppost, and he is yeah, just flicking on the breakers. What I'm thinking is maybe I had one of those breakers on, which obviously connects up the top half of the lamppost, the rest of the circuit, and that might have been where the fault is, because at the minute, somehow the fault's cleared. Like, the fault's gone both ways of the circuit, it's gone. I've took everything apart, put it back together again, but yeah, the fault's clear. So he's gonna go through, do them. He's giving me a ring every time he's ready, flicks one on, and then yeah, I test it. Here he is, speaking of the devil. Hello mate, you ready?
I'm at the next one.
Yeah, and it's on, yeah?
Yeah.
Clear mate, sweet.
Cool.
Right, next one. Yeah, clear. So I don't know what's happened. It's a bit of a weird one for me. I may have cleared it by taking everything apart, putting it back together again. Obviously I had a good look to check for any damaged cables, anything touching that shouldn't be. And it was all sweet. So now I guess maybe it's just cleared, but it just seems too good to be true. Too good to be true, but maybe that's what's happened. I mean, it will come on anyway, so like the fault was getting lower and lower, wasn't it, the further we got down, which was weird because it got to the point where if it was that low, it would probably be tripping. Because when I was testing at the board, it was like, yeah, 100 odd, 30 to 200 mega ohms, wasn't it, rising. So it's also got really sunny all of a sudden. It's actually really hot. You can see I take my jacket off, had a bit of a sweat on. It's definitely like, got to be like 22 degrees or something. So maybe it's dried out a little bit, I don't know. It's a real tough one. Water faults on outside lighting are really, really tough. But I've been through it all meticulously. I've had it all apart, and if there's no reading, there's no reading. What can you do? But yeah, we'll see. This half should be sweet anyway. We'll then work our way back that way, and I'll catch up with you guys, maybe with some exciting news, or maybe maybe with no news, but in this case no news I guess is good news. We just don't have an exact answer for our query, which is a bit annoying, but yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. I don't know, we done something, Jude, I don't know what we did. Right, back inside now, and that's going to be all for today's video. All the power's back on, all the lights back on. I've got to put a bit of trunk and lid on and label up that key switch properly. But yeah, we're all good. Couldn't find the fault in the end, don't know what happened, but I basically cleared it, I think, or it dried out. It started off really wet today, I don't know if you can remember, and then it ended up being like 25 degrees. It's baking out there now, so the fault's either dried out or I've somehow miraculously cleared it, but I think that's too good to be true. I think more than likely it's dried out, but unfortunately there's no reading now. It's like 30 mega ohms, so not a reading that's going to trip anyway, but a reading nevertheless, and now there's nothing, so there's nothing to track there, there's nothing to try and find. So yeah, it's a bit of a sticky one for the client, but we've done the best we can. We'll provide a full report, and yeah, if it carries on tripping, we'll have to come back and yeah, have another go at it. But a wet day, I'm going to suggest, is going to be the better day, a day where you know it's raining all day, because wherever the water is, it will hold there long enough, hopefully, to try and locate it, try and find it. But yeah, who knows? Let me know what you think the crack is with it as well. It'd be interesting to hear all of your thoughts. But for me, I think there's water in somewhere. Bit of a weird one. I thought we was going to be in like the MUPE and up high, changing the ferticell and have that whole dynamic going on. It turned into like a dull testing fault find. But yeah, it's been enjoyable for me creating the content, and I'm actually super excited because this is going to be like a weekly thing again. Videos out all the time. You've met Jude now as well. He's just running an errand at the minute, but he's going to be with me. Yeah, we're going to be doing this every week with Burgess, exciting commercial industrial projects like I used to do. So yeah, I'm pretty buzzing for that. Like I said earlier, in fact I can't shut up about it, but yeah, I'm super excited anyway, and hopefully you guys are too, excited that there's regular content coming out and stuff like that. Quick shout out to Loadout as well. All the tools you see me use today are available from Loadout. That's my tool shop. You should all know what that is now. If not, check out the link in the description. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that bell button, all that jazz, and I'll catch you on the next one.